Hello, YouTube viewers. I'm in a good mood today because this morning I whacked a 4-point buck. Pretty big, got some meat in the freezer. But, on to today's video. Anyways, today I'm going to show you how I got to this here Damascus Sanmai billet. And for those of you who don't know, a Sanmai is a Japanese term that means 3 layers, a stack of 3, and it's desirable in knife making when you want something that has outer layers that might not be good quality knife steel and an inner core that's going to be very hard and make a very good cutting edge. So I already made one. Hopefully you guys caught that video. It turned out pretty well. I was pretty impressed. This video is about me perfecting the process and documenting a bit of how I get there. So anyways, check it out. Alright, while I'm warming up the forge, I'm going to start the next Sanmai Damascus project. I have really 2 billets of the original Damascus I was making with alternating layers of bandsaw blades and mild steel. Well, the 2 remaining billets I had, I felt like the one wasn't big enough to make a knife anyway, so I kind of merged it in the middle of the bigger one that I had split in half. I just trimmed off the bits to make them all fit together, so it's kind of its own Sanmai of sorts. But yeah, this is still just programming the Damascus. I'm going to merge these billets, get them flattened out, and then I should have a total of 60 layers. So anyways, after I get done with this, I'm going to go ahead and do a Sanmai over probably a 5160 core. Let's get started. So what was that, 3 good welding heats? I wasn't paying attention, but it looks like it's stuck pretty good right now. I'm going to focus on squishing it down and trying to get it into the shape that it's going to need to be to do the Sanmai. Hopefully this is going to work out. It's going to be for a buddy of mine's blade. So, challenge here. I'm not sure the best shape to get this in to try to make my Sanmai shape successfully get towards a knife billet. I was hoping this would come out wider. Now I think I'm just going to have to strip it out as long as I can, and then I'll have to cut it in half lengthwise to fold it over top of the 5160. I don't know, man. This is tough to figure out how to get the size right when I don't have sizing dies and a forge press. Hand hammering, trying to just get it smaller. Ugh. I do believe I will commence with the flattening down process and see what happens at this point. The biggest thing is I want it to stay a homogeneous billet. I don't want to have any delaminations. I don't want to have any cold shuts. But really, I'd like to have it get to a size that can be cut and stacked appropriately, so I don't have to move it very far in order to get it to the knife-shaped billet during the Sanmai. This is hard. So I almost got them sort of where I think they should be. Man, I just put some serious hammer marks in it. that I need to try to work out, and then anneal it, because I'm so fatigued. I'm so fatigued. I can't be accurate with this anymore, and that's a dangerous place to be if you're looking for a careful hammering out of a Damascus billet. Whew. Hard work. I understand why people use forge presses. Man, I'm tired. This is a lot of work. I believe I'm about there. It's just a matter of straightening it up now, because this can't be all crazy, bumpy, lumpy, nasty, or I'm going to have to move too much material to match it up with the final Sanmai. I'm still not sure it's long enough and wide enough to do what I need to do, but I can't do it anymore. So I'm going to straighten it up, and I'm going to throw it in the vermiculite to anneal it. I'm not going to get perfect. That ain't bad. Done for now. So I'm at what should be the final Sanmai Damascus billet. Let me give you a closer look. So this time around, I decided to make the central core slightly bigger than the outer layers so that it doesn't get enveloped. I've got some special flux sauce on there, so hopefully that gets down in where it needs to be. I've got a kicker plate on each side of mild steel that is probably going to get ground off in the final product, but hopefully save some of the layers of Damascus. So anyways, let's get started. Letting this get a good soak. It's got to be heated all the way through at the same temperature. When it gets close, I'll pop the plates a little closer together, put it back in, and next time out I'll give it the actual forge welding attempt. So I've been working really hard trying to get this billet to around 1 inch wide and at least 7 inches long. I think we're gonna make it. I just hope we didn't move the metal so much after the initial bond that we popped one of those bonds inside. You won't really know for sure until you get into the actual stock removal phase. But I'm pretty happy with the size it's coming out to be. I think it's gonna make it. I think it's gonna be good. It's hard to tell with the light out here if there's any dark spots in the metal though while you're working on it to see if something broke loose. We'll see. Kind of fun, but it's a lot of hard work. Okay, so the camera's only got like 2 minutes left. I haven't been recording the last several heats. I have got it to the dimensions that I was looking for. That's good. I don't see any major places or cool spots in the billet. Now all I got to do is just flatten it down successfully without damaging it to around the thickness that it needs to be for the in preparation for the final knife in the stock removal phase. I'll bring you guys back later. Well, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging with just that scaled up billet I showed you in the beginning, so I had to do a bit of a cleanup. It took me a few hours, and I still have a few hours more to go. My grinder isn't very good. But this is the finished billet. Definitely not the finished knife, but the finished billet with a bit of an etch to get an idea what we're looking at here. And it's, in my opinion, it is just a beautiful pattern. I'm very happy with the pattern, but I'm real nervous about that hammer mark right there. Now it's going to affect the next stage of this, the knife making. So I'll save that for the next video. Suffice to say, I think I am perfecting this process, and I'm feeling confident about the future. All right, I'll check you guys later.